on, guys? Tells86 here with Weekly Review, and today we're going to be doing a review on the peripheral known as the 3DS CirclePad Pro. Now, there are some good things about this peripheral, and there are some bad things, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about what those good and bads are, though. So, the good thing is there are some games on 3DS that support the CirclePad Pro. Some of them use different control schemes for different people, so like say if you're a lefty or a righty, you can use either analog stick. There are some games like Resident Evil Revelations that support dual analog stick controls, like one for using the camera and then one for moving around. And then there are also games like Metal Gear Solid which also do the same thing. Now, there are only about 4 games right now, getting ready to be 5, for the CirclePad Pro that are going to be useful. One of those games is Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, and excuse me, I didn't mean 5, I meant 4, because there's only been Resident Evil, Metal Gear Solid 3D Snake Eater, or Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 3D, excuse me, Kid Icarus, and Dream Drop Distance for the next Kingdom Hearts game. But one of the cool things is at least until the 3DS actually gets a redesign for the analog sticks, you're able to use the second analog stick if the game supports it. And of course, the way of being able to tell if the game supports it, it'll actually say on the bottom, like right here it says in Kid Icarus's, it says CirclePad Pro compatibility. And then just like the same thing for Resident Evil Revelations, even though it doesn't actually say it in there, it does also support the CirclePad Pro. That's actually one of the best games on the Circle with the 3DS for using CirclePad Pro, in my opinion. But one of the disadvantages the system's peripheral has is it needs to use a battery. I would have liked it if Nintendo didn't have to use a battery. I would have liked it if they just made it so you could just clip it straight on, run it off of the 3DS's power, which I'm pretty sure that they could have easily done, but they decided to go ahead and make it so, like, oh, if you want to be able to use this, you have to have a AAA battery, but the battery life is still really good. I mean, it's tons of hours worth for the actual battery life, so, but that's one cool thing I like about it. The only thing I don't like about it, though, is that people are saying that this thing is really, really big. Now, I mean, if you have really thin pockets, of course you're not going to be able to fit this in there, but people are comparing this to being the biggest handheld that's ever been made. I actually disagree with that, because, take a look at this. We have a PSP right here, which is the exact same size in width and in height. Of course, other than like how you see on the back where you have like the thing for being able to use it so you can hold it in your hands. But, I mean, people go ahead and complain about that that's a bad thing about it. This is not the biggest handheld that's ever been made just because the CirclePad Pro is added on there. And I think it would be a good idea for Nintendo hopefully next year. I was thankful that they didn't do it this year, because then I would have been really mad. I mean, I just got this just a year ago, so I would have hated to have to do a redesigning again. But one of the things I do like about it is it does support some really cool games, but I would like it to support even more. But probably around the time when the 3DSs get a redesign for having a second analog stick, it'll probably be a lot better. So for the time being, I am going to be giving the CirclePad Pro a 7 out of 10 because there are some things that are cool about it, but honestly, the reason I'm giving it a 7 is because of having to use a battery life for its power supply. I don't see how Nintendo could have not went ahead and designed it to run off the 3DS's power supply. I don't see how they couldn't have. I can guarantee you they probably could, but I mean, I don't know why they didn't. But for now, I am giving the CirclePad Pro a 7 out of 10 because just of that one reason, because they shouldn't have had to run it off another battery, and they shouldn't have had to they just shouldn't have had to do that. Now, I will give a lot of other good credit for it, though, because there have been some good games, but I would like to see some even more games possible to coming with this peripheral. But as again, until the 3DS redesign, if you do need to get a CirclePad Pro, I would possibly wait on it for just a little bit longer until we get out some more games. So if you're a fan of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, which is coming out on the 31st of July, I would probably wait on that before you get a CirclePad Pro, but if you're anxious like how I was, and if you want to try out some really good games on the 3DS that support the CirclePad Pro, I would definitely go with Resident Evil Revelations because it is one of the best games on the 3DS that supports the 3DS CirclePad Pro because it gives you better camera viewing and it gives you a better control having both analog sticks instead of using the one stick. And you'll see a big difference if you guys have not already picked it up, and if you already have Revelations on your 3DS, pick up a CirclePad Pro and you'll see the huge difference. But as I said again, the peripheral for right now is getting a 7 out of 10 until we see some more games coming out for it. But anyway guys, thank you for watching this review for the CirclePad Pro. And until then guys, take care. Later.